Hi chat, what's up chat? How you doing chat? We're back yet again with another banger. How you guys doing? How you guys doing today? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great time. Mother's Day is coming up. I hope you get your mother a cool dinosaur figure. My mom probably wouldn't want a dinosaur figure if I gave her one, but that's not a problem. I'll keep it if I got her one. But today, guys, we are back yet again with another review, and it is the Allosaurus Jimmadseni. I don't know how to say his name. The European Allosaurus from Beasts of the Mesozoic, but this is the 1/35th scale. Now, sadly, I do not have the 1/18th scale of Allosaurus J. I did pre-order one way back when it first, was available for pre-order. And well, sadly, when it released, I had moved and I totally forgot about it. And so it shipped to my old address. And I did not realize this. I just had no idea. I guess I glossed over the shipping email. And so by the time I noticed, I was like, well, that sucks. So, could I ever, do I believe, Creative Beast or David Silva will send me one if I notified them? Probably not. Will I order myself one? Possibly in the future. I'm not fully sure. But at the current moment, I do not have the big one. I do not have the big Allosaurus J. But I do have the little one, the 1/35th scale, which I am so glad to get. So here's a photo of him on the front. Beast of the Mesozoic, Allosaurus J. Here's the back. And like I said before, with the Packy, I wanted to get him, possibly the Stego. I still might get the Stego, but I'm not fully sure. Other side, Allosaurus J. Top of the box, Beast of the Mesozoic dinosaur figure collection. And on the bottom, whole bunch of legal mumbo jumbo and jargon. But that's the box. Let's get into the little man himself. And here he is, the small man himself, Allosaurus J, the European one, the non-American Allosaurus. But he's still an Allosaurus, and we all love our Allosaurids here in this household. All right? Any type of theropod is a good theropod under this roof. But this is him. Here he is. And we're going to get talking about him. All the cool little things about him. And the fact that even for such a small figure, it's amazing. It's wonderful. All right, so let's jump right into it. Getting him out of the box, you get your normal Beast of the Mesozoic kit and stuff. You get the feet, if I can get the camera to focus. You get extra little feet. They're small. They are tiny. Oops. They're small and tiny. This is the closed foot. Nice paint. Black nails. Simple stuff. Here's the kind of like the launching foot. Same thing. Same dark orange to brown painting with black scale with black nails. Next, you get the brand new Beast of the Mesozoic stand, which I am so thankful that he comes with, and the fact that all the figures come with the stand. The stand is amazing. I would possibly change it a little bit, but I do like the stand. I love the clear stand, and with the little plastic or the little counter thing, so it actually sticks and holds and doesn't go all around. Love it. Cool little stand. Great. Normal stuff. But now, the Allosaurus J himself, the little mini man himself. Now, what do I think about this little guy? Well, he's small, but small things can deliver a big package. Or no, wait, that's the wrong phrase. Hold on, scratch that. Small things come in big loads. Wait, no, hold on, no. Little things, something, big impact. That's all I got out of that one, chat. I don't freaking know. But I like this guy. I like this figure. I do like, or what is it? I would like it if Creative Beasts does more 1/35th scale figures of all of their larger figures. So, like how we have this guy the Allosaurs have this, the T-Rex has it. I would love to see, or like in the Smilodon has it. I would love for the Triceratops to get it. I would love the Acro to get it. All of the bigger figures should get a 1/35th scale. And apparently David kind of possibly has confirmed. I saw on Reddit, if I can find the screenshot, he possibly has confirmed a 1/35th scale for Acrocanthosaurus. So fingers crossed for that. Because I'll get a big one and a little one. It ain't going to bother me none. Well, let's get talking about this guy first before we get talking about acros. All right. So this guy, Paint Apps. I like the red. I love the orangey red. I'm a big red guy. If you know me, I like my reds and my oranges. And I love this coloration on him. Now, I wasn't the biggest fan of the 1/18th scale. I didn't like the kind of dark or the reddish purple that it is, but I like this. I like this vibrant. It's not like vibrant, but it's a nice bright red. You have this bright orangey red on for his crest, with some beige here in between on the head, with a kind of a normal base orangey color going down the entire body. If my camera will focus, you have more of this tan on the side with some brown markings. Up here on the back, you have a more vibrant vibrant reddish orange, which I like, going down the whole top of the pelvis and down the tail. Same thing, you still have this normal kind of orangey red color. I don't want to say like a rust or like it's not a rust color. It's still more of just a orange type of red. You then have some more like browns for the feet with the black claws. The tan color keeps going on the underside of the body, stops about halfway on the second segment of the tail. Well, that was a tongue twister for me. But it all comes together with this black paint, this black markings. I love the black markings. To me, it's a tiger. It looks like a tiger in a sense. I would have liked it if they did kind of go full kind of like tiger with it, just full black stripes down the body like how they do for the tail. But I like how it is. I like his paint apps. His paint apps are cool. He's red and orange. Red orange is like a cool color. Red is like my favorite. Orange is like my third, fourth favorite. You mix them together. That's a pretty cool color to me. All right, next up, we got his detailing. Now, crazy enough, even though he is very small, there's still a lot of detailing on him. You can still see a whole bunch of scale work on him. Like here on the neck, all these wrinkles going down his whole neck, and even on the face, on the head, you can still see the scales on his lower jaw. The mid part of his body, you can still see all them scales, extra wrinkles and stuff. You can see in words. You can see in his arms. You can still see in his arms the musculature, big old powerful Allosaurus arms, big claws. The underside of the body, you can see still see the scaling going down. Not a crazy amount of detailing due to the fact of the size of the figure, but still a good amount. More wrinkling on the thighs. Still, you can see the musculature coming down the calf, and then a whole bunch of scaling on the feet. And then the tail, whole bunch of that detailing going all the way down the end of the tail. All right, now let's go on about his articulation. Now, crazy enough, for a figure that's this small, he has very, very good articulation. I've been able to get a lot of poses out of him, even though he's small. And I feel like he has better posability than the 1/18th version Allosaurus that I do have. But let's go over his articulation, though. So, starting at the head, you can open up the jaw. There is some tongue articulation, but I'm not messing with it. But jaw can open and close. Head can go up, down, not too much, but it can go left and right. You then have a mid neck section. Oh, come on, camera, work with me. There we go. You have like a mid-neck section, mid-neck, then a base of the neck, and you can really get some good range of articulation up and down with that. So some very good natural poses. Arms can swing forward and back and in and out pretty well. You then have a bend at the elbow. And due to being a smaller figure, some of his articulation will be a little bit more limited. So his claws can go in and out and they can swivel. And like, be careful with your wrist, the wrist joint on this guy. Like, it's not flimsy, but I feel like that could snap eventually. So do be careful. Midsection, his torso can go up and down a little bit of a little ab crunch, but a very, very nice left and right. Coming to the leg, you can go forward, back. Got great knee articulation. Oh, his knees are really, really good. Really good knees. He can hold his weight. I can pose him pretty well without a stand, so his knees are good. Ankle, up, down, and then the feet, up, down. Oh my God, camera, what are you doing? There you go. Up, down, and that's the other cool thing. His feet are like the new, better feet for posing, so you can get far more range of articulation just with the feet by themselves. Then we come to the base of the tail. So you can turn that, slightly pivot or twist it, and then the second segment of the tail is a complete bendy wire, so you can turn and pose that kind of however you wish. But I don't do all that. Alright, so his articulation, sculpt, paint, great. How does he do in size? Now, he is a 1/35th size off of a 1/18th size. So he is very small. And I do mean he's not like microscopic, but he is small compared to the majority of other figures in the Beasts of the Mesozoic line and most other lines. So for an example, here he is with Godzilla. Godzilla towers over him. This is not an accurate life-size representation between Godzilla and an Allosaurus, but Godzilla is huge compared to him. All right, here's the Baryonyx. He's far more kind of in scale with this, but still much smaller. And then here he is with the Beast of the Mesozoic, Dilophosaurus. So like I said, he is small. He is not either, 1/35th scale. He's a small dude. He's going to, what's the best way to describe it? I know most people will probably use him as like, a baby Allosaurus. I wouldn't do that. I would just use him as just a small Allosaurus that could just kill you. That isn't as big as the normal Allosaurus. Not a baby, just a different. I don't know what I'm rambling on about, chat. I'm just rambling at the moment. I'm sorry. It's late at night. I've had a long day of work. I'm just rambling. But we do have some things to put him in scale with that do match his actual appropriate size. So here he is compared to my three little micro tyrants. Proceratosaurus, Guanlong, and I forgot what you are, little man. I am so sorry. He is perfect. He's basically the same size as these guys. If you have any of them, you know how big they are, and he is literally the same size as them. So he fits very well in scale with, well, he doesn't, but he fits very well in scale with them on the same size point. Here's another figure that I have, the 1/35th scale Protoceratops. Small little thing, slightly bigger, small little thing though. And just for the fun of it, here he is compared to my last review, the PNSO Articulated Rex. This is more of the proper size scaling because this guy is in the 1/35th scale because he's practically the same size as the 1/35th scale Tyrannosaurus from Beasts of the Mesozoic. So this is a very accurate representation of his small stature compared to other figures in also that small stature size and line. So overall, how do I rate this small little pocket Allosaurus? I rate him as pretty great, pretty good. For such a small figure, you're actually able to do a lot with him. I like if Creative Beast does more of the 35th scale figures, I would recommend it. They are really cool. Just because it's a small figure doesn't mean you're getting anything less out of the figure. You're practically getting the same articulation, probably even better than the larger versions. You just have to be a little bit more careful with those smaller joints. But besides that, a figure of his size, a figure of his stature, perfect and great. Would I recommend picking him up? Yes. Pick him up or the Allosaurs figurereview. Either one would work. They're practically the same thing, just literally a different head. And I think that actually is the only difference, is just one has a different size head than the other. Yeah, but great figure. I give it a big old smacking 4.8 geckos out of 5. Absolutely amazing figure. I like it. Pick it up. Yet again, Beast of the Mesozoic doing an amazing job. But that will wrap it up for this review. Like I said, guys, sorry for the yapping. I'm tired. All right. But thank you. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And remember, stay amazing, stay awesome, and I will see you guys in the next review. Bye.